Hey guys, I'm happy to be with you. It is March the 15th, and things sometimes change, and things should change, right? When our relationship is growing in the Lord, when we reach a new peak or a new place of promise in our relationship with God, we should expect things to change. We should expect us to change, but we should expect God to expect more from us. This is something that I'm learning right now in my personal life. I have recently released a Bible study called the 320 Life, the life you always wanted and wondered how to have. And I have been living the life that I always wanted. Through my obedience and through my obedience, white knuckling, I'm not saying I'm getting it perfect, but going through my journey with the Lord, I believed, and I do believe, that I'm in a season and have been in a season of living the life I always wanted with Christ. Are there things still not the way that I would like them to be in my life? Yes. Are there things still not the way God would like them to be in my life? Yes. However, I know that I am living in the freedom that Jesus died to give me. But what I am learning is this. There's not just one place of promise. Each peak, each advancement, each season, each place that we can mark on our spiritual journey is a place of promise. It is a place of, it's a territory, as used here in regards to where they're going. They're going to a territory that God is giving them, has given them already. But there's work to be done there. And I believe, for me personally, in some things that I'm dealing with, and I hope I'm explaining this well, I really do. I'm going to a new place. There's a new space for me to occupy, a new place of promise, of something that I have not experienced yet with Christ. And He will expect me to make some changes. I can't live in my new place of where He wants me to occupy in my old ways. I hope I'm making sense. This verse really grabbed me in 12:8. Your pattern of worship will change. Will change? What does that mean? They're going to a new place. They're going to a new territory to occupy something that they've never occupied before. They can't live there in the new place in the same old way. On the west side, on the east side of the Jordan, there really was no order in worship. They had the tent of meeting. People would come and make their sacrifices, and they would give their grain offerings and their wheat offerings and their flour offerings, and they would give their praise, and they would give their tithes, and they would give their worship to God. But it was a lot of times they couldn't get to there, and it was really understood, and in researching this, where people would just make sacrifices wherever. And they weren't supposed to do that. They weren't supposed to make sacrifices wherever. It's not, worship is not an act of convenience. And that's what was happening here. So God is telling them, when we get over there, it's going to be different. And you're going to be coming here, and you are going to be making your sacrifices and bringing your worship and your offering to me in a permanent temple. He was basically saying, you're going to go to church, you're going to make your offerings, you're going to give your gifts. These are acts of worship, and you're going to do them according to law. We can't just be doing this over here anymore. We're going, and I'm setting you apart to look different than any other nation, and you're going to do things according to the standards that I've set. And it got me thinking, when we cross our Jordan, whatever that might be, for me, my Jordan right now is complete and total forgiveness. I can't share a lot right now, but to live in the forgiveness that is mine, to give forgiveness that is due, and that is a place that I have not occupied. And God has pointed that out to me. And when you get there, Wendy, you can't do things the way you used to. Your worship is going to have to be different. It can't be fake. It can't be false. It can't be phony. It's got to be real. And for it to be real, you've got to experience fully the impact of forgiveness, both receiving and giving. And when you do, when we realize all that Christ has done to get us to that place, for me, again, as I said, it's a forgiveness issue. Our heart should be in a place of adoration, obedience, honor, service, and fear, and at peace with whatever changes are coming. That's what I'm looking for my heart to be. All of these have been present in my life in other areas of promise that I've occupied. This is a new area of promise that I'm going to occupy. But there are shrines that I need to tear down. There are graven and molten images that I need to pull down. I need to pull the thorns out of my side and the splinters out of my eye that we read about the other day. And when all of that is said and done, this is the result. When he has taken them to this place, he knows that they will be a different people. He knows things will be different, and he says to them, it will be different. Your pattern of worship will change. This reminded me, basically he's saying, you're going to church, you're going to do things the right way. And it reminded me of Hebrews 10:25, where that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be going to church, serving, praising God, giving our gifts. And all of these are about him, and they're an act of worship. Because of all he's done, the territory that he's cleared out for us to occupy. It's all there. Our adoration, our obedience, our honor, our fear, our reverence, our service is all a sweet aroma to him. It's our family coming together and worshiping, and it must delight the Father. And on an individual basis, how it must delight him when we finally occupy the place of promise that he's had for us all along. We thought we've been living the life that we always wanted. But with God, there's always more. And I'm so excited about my more and getting there and experiencing that with Him. I certainly hope I made sense today. I'm not sure if I did. But things change. And when you're changing for your relationship with Jesus Christ, you can't go wrong. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.